Hey everybody, what's going on today? I'm out here on my rooftop terrace and I am doing some cleaning. I'm getting my camera housing ready for some diving at the end of the month. Going to go down to Quezon Province and we're going to have some fun diving. Um, you know what? I've been asked this question time and time again on my live streams. USA or Philippines? Which is better? You want to find out? Just stick around. We'll talk about it. Hey, everybody, and welcome back. So, time and time and time again, you guys, you're asking me, which is better? Which do I like better, the Philippines or the USA? You know what? That is not that is not an easy question because there's so many subcategories and topics that you can hang on there that you can consider. You consider finances. You consider what's important to you. Food. A lot of people ask me about food. What's the food? Shopping, rent, um, conversion of the dollar to the Philippine peso. Right now, there's so much of it I can't even get it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about it, and probably as we're going along, more things will come out. So let's talk about this systematically. Okay? People say, why in the world did you choose to go to the Philippines and leave your home country, America? Well, to begin with, I didn't abandon my home country. I am still an American citizen. Um, the likelihood of me being a Filipino citizen are slim to none because of all the requirements. So I'm still an American citizen. So let's start from the beginning of why I came to the Philippines, why I made my decision. As some of you may know by my live streams, um, I was considering early retirement. Okay, and within my early retirement, I was getting ready to go for the first time in my life on a fixed income. Although between my Social Security and my VA benefits, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible income. I probably I probably could live on it in America, but not well. I would be in that situation of living a life that I have to live instead of living a life I want to live. And that's what brought me to my deciding factor was considering that phrase, that saying that I came up with when I was in real estate. And one day I was in a Zoom meeting, and there were about 20 people on there. And my mentor at the time asked me, he was going around asking people, "What is your definition of success?" And everybody's saying, "Oh, I want to buy a big house, and I want a really nice car, I want some nice clothes, and I want this, I want retirement money, and all this stuff." And it came to me, and I didn't even really think about it, but I was listening to everybody else, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was success to me is living the life that I want to live instead of living the life that I have to live. And that's what made me make the decision to leave America. And and in America, I would have to live a life that I was forced to live just by pure economics. Okay? So what I started doing is I started looking around. It's like, how am I going to retire and live? How am I going to have a successful retirement? And success to me was living the life I want to live instead of the life that I have to live. So the very first thing that came to mind, because a friend of mine, she joined a working nomads uh, organization. So she bought a motorhome, and she did this, I think, back in 2017. Bought a motorhome, and she's traveling all around the country and she's retired, and she's working part-time jobs in states all around the country. So that really intrigued me. When I decided to take my early retirement, I said, I'm going to buy a motorhome and I'm going to travel around the country. I'm going to take my camera gear with me and I will do photography and videography at these wilderness resorts, and I can make a little bit of a side hustle, right? Plus, I could always cut hair. And so I researched it, and I had my vision board in my living room, and I mean, I had it loaded with all the pros and cons. I had a really dear friend helping me, and he's like the type of guy that gives you the truth. He tells you what you want to know, not what you want to hear. And so after about 6 months of researching what it would take to retire and travel the United States in a motorhome, and reading all these stories online, reading all the pros and cons, doing the financial research, doing the research of the good, bad, and the ugly, right? I came to the conclusion that this lifestyle was not for me. Absolutely not for me. For many, many reasons. And so I scrapped that. This is back in 2019. I scrapped it. And at that time, I met a person online, and she's a digital creator here in the Philippines. And I told her about my plan to retire, and I'm considering the Philippines. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, have you ever been to the Philippines?" I said, "No, I haven't." She said, "Well, why don't you carve out some time, come to the Philippines for a month. You can get a free visa for a month here." And she said, "I will show you all around, as many places that you want to go." So I said, "Okay, let's do it." So we kept talking and talking and talking. We became really good friends all through COVID. So it wasn't until after the restrictions of COVID that I ended up coming to the Philippines for a month. And matter of fact, I stayed here in this town. Had a nice hotel, and I stayed for a month. And she gave me the grand tour. She had a house down in Iloilo. She took me down there with her family, showed me all around. She showed me all around this area in Santo Tomas. I socialized with her family and friends and all this stuff. And I immediately, I was thinking, this is for me. This is for me. So, in the meantime, I had done all the research on finances and the conversion from USD to Philippine peso. And long story short, I made the move. And here I am. That's the backstory. Now that I'm here, and I'm equipped with the best weapon to mankind, which is knowledge and information. Now, you guys want to know, the USA or the Philippines, which is better? So I'm going to give you my honest truth about the comparison of the two. And I'm going to compare things that really I observe. Okay? So let's kick it right off with money. Okay? The Philippine peso to the US dollar is, I think, 58 pesos to $1 American, which is really good. Okay? So for about 16 American dollars, you get 1,000 Philippine pesos, which is a really good amount of money here. A small example. The US dollar, put yourself on a budget, which even Warren Buffett says the richest people in the world have to be on a budget. And you put yourself on a budget, And for retirement on Social Security, you can do really, really well here in the Philippines. Really well. Okay? Budget your money, do smart things with your money, and you will live a very comfortable life. And then down the road, when you get a work visa, if you want to do a little side hustle, or maybe you want to work online for a little bit here and there, make a few $100 a month, you'll do really well. So, where compared to America, my income in America would have me living basically hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck in about a 550 square foot apartment, older, built in the 80s maybe undesirable neighbors, and it would pay for my rent and my bills and some groceries, and that would be it. I would be broke for the rest of the month. Here, I'm living in a 3,000 square foot home with obviously a rooftop terrace. It's 4 bedroom, 3 bathrooms. I have a garage carport, and it is built in 2009. I think this house was built. And look at the view. I'm paying for this house with a fraction of what a 500 square foot apartment would cost me in America. Food. Like I said, the conversion here. Food. I remember living in America, and I would go to Publix. I lived in Florida. I would go to Publix now and then, and I'd spend a couple $100 at Publix and come home with like 2 bags, 2.5 bags of groceries. That would go unless I really, really budgeted my food intake. It would go really quick. Here, for let's see, 3,000 pesos, which is 3 times 18, so that's what, $54. For 54 US dollars, we get enough food to stack our refrigerator, and it feeds the three of us. We don't eat a lot, but we don't hold back either. We don't have to budget our food. When I come home from the marketplace here, what I do budget our food in this way. Because our meats and everything come in big bags, right? We have it cut, butchered, and they just throw it in bags. So instead of throwing the bag in the freezer and having to open up the bag and chop out a couple pieces each time you want food, what I do is we have all types of really good, good quality grade Tupperware containers, and I put portions for the three of us in each container of meats, right? And I put them in the freezer. Vegetables, we keep them the same way, but they're not frozen. Everything that we freeze meat-wise, we have it portioned out for the three of us for one meal. And for 3,000 pesos, we buy a shit ton of food at the marketplace. And I'd say that if we do that twice a month, 6,000, you know what? I will call it 10,000, okay? And 10,000, so that's 10 times 18, that's $180 for 10,000 pesos, if we even spent that much. 10,000 pesos, 180 USD dollars in the market would buy us more food than we can eat in a month. And that's everything from eggs, fruits, vegetables, pork, chicken, fish, tilapia, pork chops. And then you get into like the coffees. You know, I always buy like a kilo of coffee. Rice, 10 kilos, 15 kilos of rice. So that $180 USD, which is 10,000 here, which believe me, we do not spend that much. I just did that for simple math. We would have our refrigerator overstuffed, eating more food than we can imagine. And it would last till the next month. The way we buy now, we buy twice a month for about $3,000 per visit. And what I find happening is at the end of the month, we're not throwing away any food, which I love. I love the idea that I am not throwing away any food. So that being said, our money goes really far here. Okay. Transportation. We can take a Jeep anywhere in this town we want to go for about, I'm going to do some math, hang on. You think I would know this stuff by now, right? But I don't. Okay, so let's say, okay. So I will say that we can take a Jeepney transport any place in this town that we want to go for less than $1, or less than $1, anywhere we want to go. We can take a tricycle anywhere in this city we want to go for about $1.25. So the transportation and the American dollar is really efficient. What else? Restaurants. We don't really eat out at restaurants that much because, quite honestly, the food we have is so good. We cook amazing meals here at home. Every once in a while, we'll go to like a hamburger joint, which I love, Franks and Burgers. Okay, let's talk about Franks and Burgers. Franks and Burgers is this little hamburger joint in town, okay? You can get a double cheeseburger, and it is like premium. Hey! It is premium hamburger. Premium. Oh my gosh, I wish I could convey to you how amazing this hamburger is. Matter of fact, in one of my videos, I did a shot of Franks and Burgers. And you get a double cheeseburger with chili con carne on it and a beautiful toasted bun, right? You guys, it's like 28 cents. I'm going to do the math. Hang on. You're going to make me do math. You get two of them for 45. You get two burgers, two double cheeseburgers, toasted bun, chili con carne for 81 cents. 81 cents for two burgers. Would you not want to eat there like every day of the week? And believe me, you guys, I am a food snob. That's one of the few places that I will say, yeah, let's go eat out, you know. But you know, we went to this Chinese restaurant not too long ago, and I will say the food was very good, but it was pricey. It was really pricey. It cost us for 3 people, it cost us about 2,000 pesos to eat. Yeah, and although that represents $36, but we got a shit ton of food, you guys. We got a lot of food, and it lasted a couple days, but still that's a lot to spend here for food. It really is. So that's an example of food. Rent is really cheap here. I told you that. Utilities, my electric bill here runs about $60 a month. And the reason the electricity is so cheap here is because we do not air condition our homes. We don't air condition our homes. We air condition our bedrooms. We have air conditioners in our bedrooms. But ever since we moved to this house, with this breeze, guys, and we have screens on our windows in this house. We didn't have them in the last house. We sleep with our windows open all night, and I sleep so well. You guys, I haven't slept this good my entire life. And with air conditioning, I wake up and my nose is all stuffed. I can't breathe. You're hacking. It was horrible. Now, it's like, I can't wait to see our power bill with no air conditioning on. It's probably going to be about $40 a month. So the fact that we do not have to air condition an entire home like you do in America, it brings your electric bill way down, way, way down. Water bill runs us about $6 a month. Our cable bill, our cable premium cable package with high-speed internet runs about $35 a month. What else? What else are the basic needs in America? That's about it as far as like money. So as far as like finances are concerned, I definitely give the Philippines 5 stars. I give the United States, I'll give it 2 stars. Okay. And this is all, keep in mind, you guys, this is all pertaining to me, my personal finances, and my experience. It might be very different from somebody else here, Okay, let's talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, okay? Cleanliness. The one thing I can say about the Philippines is that it's dirty. It's dirty everywhere you go. And I don't know if you can see back of me, but this beautiful field back, there's all trash in this field. It's all like some garbage bags and Mountain Dew bottles and just wrappers and it's everywhere. Matter of fact, earlier today, I got asked for a review of the community on a realtor's Facebook page, and I gave them my review, and it wasn't pretty. And I said that I love the neighborhood I live in, but it is so dirty. So people just throw trash anywhere. There's the clubhouse, this beautiful, the community supposedly, and this beautiful clubhouse supposedly, and there's like broken beer bottles all in front of the clubhouse, right outside of the people that manage the place. It's right outside their window. They can see it, I don't understand that. For the life of me, I do not understand why people live in such a beautiful country as the Philippines will just get trash and throw it on the ground. And it's not just paper, they'll throw whatever, just throw it on the ground. Where I lived in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I gotta tell you, it was pretty clean, It was pretty clean. The waterways were clean. It was clean. I went to a beautiful beach on an island here, and there were broken open bags of garbage all over the beach. It was heartbreaking to me to see that. It's heartbreaking to me to see this in this like premium gated community here in the Philippines that I pay, according to the Philippine standard, I pay ridiculous amounts of money for the rent. And this is what you get. You get trash everywhere. And for the life of me, I don't understand, but there's a common thing here in the Philippines that when they build a house, all the construction debris is left on site. And it drifts over to the next yard, but it's all like tile and bricks and cement, half bags of cement. It's all buried in the ground. And some of it's like a big mound. And so there's guys that come around and cut the grass every other month. and they don't want to cut those mounds because it'll hurt their equipment, so they let it get higher, and it turns into like a hill. So now it's like, oh, look at that nice hill. That's not a hill. That's like a garbage dump right there. You'd never see that in America. The clubhouse we have here, matter of fact, our association fees just went up in price. And our clubhouse is such a shithole. It's run down, the wood's rotted on the windows, it needs painting. It's absolutely disgusting how they keep that place. You walk up and there's like a dirty diaper on the ground, there's trash on the ground, big broken Red Horse bottles broken on the ground. And they're increasing the fees to use it, and they're increasing the fees to use the pool, but they're not increasing the care. That's something I will give America 5 stars. I will give the Philippines a -1 star on that. Cleanliness. And I'm not going to harp on it because I could go on for days about that, okay? There's a social standard here. I'm just going to piggyback on that, and then I will go into another chapter. There's a social standard here. Public urination is acceptable. Public urination. If you got to pee, you're walking by my house and you got to pee, you can just whip it out right there and pee on my sidewalk. It is perfectly socially acceptable, which I think is fucking ridiculously disgusting. And I can say fucking because this is on my Patreon channel and I can say whatever I want. But public urination, you see guys peeing everywhere. They're working on a house, they're cutting somebody's grass, they're peeing. You see them peeing on the wall, you know? They're walking down the street, going on the highway, you'll see a guy stopped in his car, pissing on the guardrail, right there in front of the whole world, you know? Or out here, one of the workers peeing on a tree, just peeing in public. If I had children, I would be appalled. I don't have kids and I'm appalled by it. So, I don't know. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. So, I'm going to stop this, take a break, be back in another one. Okay? Stick around. This is good stuff. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so we covered some finance, why I give the Philippines a higher rating than the U.S. according to finances, with rent, cost of living, food, etc. And then we talked about different social standards, like how dirty it is here in the Philippines, and why I gave America 5 stars, and I gave the Philippines a -1. So now I want to talk about another social standard with the Philippines that just drives me fucking crazy. I'm so glad this is on my Patreon channel so I can really say how I feel. You know what I mean? Drives me fucking crazy. Filipinos lack, this is just my opinion, Filipinos lack social etiquette. They lack social etiquette. And what I mean by that is if you're in line, whether it's you're waiting for a Jeep ride or even in line at church for communion, you will have some little old lady or some guy just walk and step right in front of you in the line. Not a care in the world. Just walk and step right in front of you. They do not care. They are line cutters. line cutters. It's comical, but it's rude. It's rude AF. You know, it's rude as fuck. Line cutters. Here, especially in church. I was in church last month, and I was. What I do is when we go to church, we go for communion. I stand there and I bring Azanet and Alexis. I let them get in front of me, you know. And I think that's kind of just cool as like the lead of our family, just to make sure that they're taken care of. And so I'm there standing there, and they get in front of me, and then out of nowhere, this lady comes up and like steps right in front of me, like just almost like rudely, like "Rah," just steps right in front of me, and I'm like, okay. We were in line one day coming back from Tanawan, waiting to get a jeepney, right? And we're in line for the jeepney, and these three ladies, the line is like single line, and these three ladies stand off to my right, and they're poised, ready for the jeepney door to open up, and they're going to jump right in. And I'm looking at Azanet, and I'm like, that's how they point, with your lips. And she's like, baby, no, don't say anything, right? So I wanted to say something like, excuse me, ladies, but the line is that way, So, so I saw them, and so I just stood there, and I was really calm. And as soon as that door started opening up, I took one step forward, and I just totally cock blocked them. Went just like this, and I let Azanet in before me. Then I got in. Then the rest of the line pushed them away, and they had to be last. Awesome. So that's one thing. Another a lack of social etiquette is their cell phones. Filipinos, I don't know what it is. There's something about the Philippines. Filipinos have the loudest fucking phones on the face of the earth, you guys. They are so fucking loud. And all the Filipinos listen to their phone out of a 1 to 10 volume. They listen to it on like 50. And they are not shy. They will stand there, and you're like, what is wrong with my phone? Why is my phone that loud? And so it just drives me crazy. So, and it doesn't matter where you are, even here in our own house, I had to set a rule. Look, if I'm in a room and I'm like either on my computer or my laptop or my phone, and I'm listening to something quietly, don't come in with your phone and it's like rah, 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 to the point where it's like now we're in competition. I have to turn my phone up to compete with your phone. It doesn't. We're on a bus. We're on a van, 9-passenger van going to Santa Rosa. These two dudes are on there, and they're sitting 3 inches from each other. They both got their phones out, and they're watching TikTok or YouTube. 2 different channels, both as loud as could be. And it's like, what the fuck is this shit all about? Then you'll get another person a foot away from them, get their phone up. Blah, blah, blah. You know what it's like? It's like a daycare center. That's what it sounds like. Imagine cell phones being children, all screaming on top of their lungs. And it's like a daycare center with a bunch of 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, all screaming. They don't care. They don't care where they are. They are on their cell phones 24/7. You're in church. They're on their cell phone, doing selfies, surfing the internet. It's like, you're in church. Going through the mall. People on their phones walking right towards you drives me crazy. To the point where I don't yield. I do not yield. If you're on your phone, you don't see me, you're getting the shoulder. I'm sorry. You're getting the shoulder. Get off your phone. They worship their cell phones above anything and everything. They worship the time on their cell phones. That drives me crazy. So the social etiquette, like in America, if you're in the grocery store and you got your phone on speakerphone, you know what? Someone's going to shush you. Or you're in Starbucks or something, and someone's next to you and they got their phone, they're like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah. People are going to say, dude, hey, put your earbuds in or go outside or cut it down. Someone's going to say something to you. And you can't do that here. So, for that matter, for that social standard, that etiquette, lack of etiquette in the Philippines, I give the Philippines a -10, and I give America an 8 out of 10. So, what else? What else versus? We covered food, shopping, restaurants, money conversion, rent, utilities, cleanliness, social etiquette. Um, but you know what? These are all things. These are all things that I have to remember one thing. I am a guest in the Philippines. And although these things just bother and aggravate the living shit out of me, I gotta zip it. I have to zip it. You know, I can say things to Azanet and to Alexis and say, hey, excuse me, but I was in this room before you, and I'm working on my cell phone or I'm working on my laptop. Could you please take your loud phone? Could you please take your loud as fuck phone into another room? Please. You know? So I can say stuff to them because they're family. And to the point I had to tell Azanet from now on, whoever's in that room, when you walk in there, it's their room. You don't come in and dominate the room. So, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Just some comparisons, and those are things that I pick up just right off the bat. I'm going to cut this and come back with another subject. All right, thanks, you guys. This is fun, isn't it? Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so we talked about a bunch of stuff. Now I want to talk about something else. People always ask me, how safe is it here in the Philippines? And I got to tell you guys that from my experience here, living in Santo Tomas, I feel so safe going out in the evenings, in the afternoons, early mornings. I feel safe in town. You know, they don't allow, well, they do allow ownership of handguns here, but there's no carry. There's no open carry. There's no concealed carry. So that being said, when you go to the mall, you go through a scanner, and your bags they have these little wands. They're little metal detector wands, and they're about this long. And you have to open up all your bags when you go through the door, and they just go like this in your bag. Wait, if they hear something, they pull you aside. You know, so you will never see. I'm not going to say never, but the likelihood of a shooting going on in our mall here is like slim to none. Movie theaters, you're safe. The mall, you're safe. Restaurants, you're safe. You go into a 7-Eleven, same thing with the wand. They want to see what you got in the bag. You know, movie theaters, stores. Even once you get inside the mall, all the individual stores you go into, there's a guard at the store front, and they're like, "Let me see in your bag," going like that. I love that. And you guys keep in mind, I'm a retired veteran. I am a proponent of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. That being said, I'm totally digging being in a society where there's no guns in public. I love it, because the reason that I supported the Second Amendment in America is because, number one, I love guns. To me, it was a great hobby. And two, I wanted to have an equal say out in public. I had 4 guns, and I had an automatic, semi-automatic 5.56, and I wanted to have equal value when it came to dangerous situations. I did not want to be in the 7-Eleven and somebody comes in with a handgun and he wants to like shoot everybody in the 7-Eleven. That wasn't going to happen with me there. Not that I would save everybody, but I would at least be able to save myself. You know what I mean? My AR had beautiful AR, all tricked out. It was totally overkill, but I loved it. It was like my passion project was just developing this AR. You know, and I'd go to the range once a month and fire a few rounds through it. So it's looking good, huh? Nice and clean. So I like that. Here, they will allow a citizen, a national, to own a firearm. But they will only allow you one box of ammo for that weapon. So if you start amassing amounts of ammo you're buying on a monthly basis, they're gonna ask you some questions. They're gonna want to ask you some questions. If something happens and the police have to come to your house, and they find like you got 1,000 rounds of ammo, you know, and you got like one Glock 45 caliber, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in some serious trouble. So, that being said, I love it. I love the idea. I feel safe. Am I saying that there's no danger out there? There's danger everywhere in the world, you guys. There really is. But everywhere you go in this town, people say, "Oh, it's like a police state," you know, or whatever. I forgot what the term is. Somebody used, you know. Even coming into my gated community, you have to go through like three security gates just to come into the community. So and even the guards here in our gated community they're armed. You know, they have handguns, sidearms, they've got shotguns, you know, so they're armed and they're not taking any crap. People here take security, they take it serious. In America, the reason I believed in the Second Amendment was because I had to. America has to, because if decent citizens like you and I give up our rights to bear arms, then what's that mean? It means the old saying, only the bad guys will have guns. Well, we don't want that in America, do we? We want the good guys to have guns too. So that's why you need the Second Amendment in America. And so safety reasons here in the Philippines, and safety precautions, and the feeling of feeling safe out in public. I give the Philippines a 10 out of 10, and I give America, if they didn't have the Second Amendment, I would give America a -10 for safety. But since we have the Second Amendment and you can carry a firearm and that makes you feel a little safer, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. There you have it. Take a break. We'll come back for another one. Okay? Hang in there. Thanks, guys. So, wow, we've covered a lot of territory, right? Everything from finances to firearms. So, next on my list that I want to talk about is, oh my gosh, this is a big one for me. Okay, so it's a big one for me, and I really kind of drives me crazy a little bit. Okay, but not horrible. It's not like. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that, but it is something that I think is really important to think about when you come in here. Companies, you are hard pressed to find a business here that has a website. when you go online, see, in America, I loved it because before I went out in traffic or went around, shopping around, I could go on every store's website from Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Marshalls, Publix, you name it. People, businesses in America have websites. Even individual business owners have websites. Here, no. Zip, zero, zilch. I think it's probably less than 1% of companies here in the Philippines have a website. What is up with that? I don't understand that at all. I don't understand it. Like I want to try to find like maybe some tools, right? So you go on to the closest tool place to me is a place called Inco, and they got all Chinese tools. They're pretty decent. They don't have a website. You can't research their store and find out what they got inside their store. You have to physically go there. And that is the majority of the businesses here. You can't, even the mall, you can't like find out the stores in the mall. So you have to physically go. If you're looking for, I don't know, let's say you want to buy a cordless drill, right? Okay, who's got a cordless drill? Let's see, and you go on, you look up, oh, I'll go to this place called the Handyman. They're kind of like a bougie hardware place. Oh, let's Google them, go on their website. They don't have a website. I'll Google Inco, see if they have something over there. They don't have a website. I will Google Ace Hardware. Oh, they don't even have a website here. So you can't make your time. Sorry, I'm cleaning everything. You can't make your time efficient. You have to go travel around the town and waste your time and waste your money trying to find a tool or a board or paint or anything you need. You have to physically go out there like Christopher Columbus and explore and try to find it. There's plenty of times we've gone out there looking around. It's like, well, I don't know where to find it. I wanted like turnbuckles to do a clothesline. Couldn't find anybody that had them online. Nothing. So finally, I stumbled upon them one day at like a discount marketplace. But it aggravates me. And to go hand in hand with that subject is, let's talk about Facebook Marketplace. Oh my gosh, you guys. Facebook Marketplace here in the Philippines is all retail. It's not used. There's hardly any used items on Facebook Marketplace. But here's the problem with it, is that let's say I want to buy this, right? I want to buy this camera housing. So I see one on Facebook Marketplace, right? And you say, okay, magkano ito? How much is this? And they'll say, oh, are you interested? No, I asked you how much it is because I just fucking want to waste your time and my time, right? And then another thing they ask you is, where are you located at? What the fuck does it matter where I'm located at? I want to know the price of the camera housing. Just give me the price. So they want to ask you all these questions. It's like a 911 operator, right? And the reason being is because the person selling that item online is not the person that has it. They are an affiliate for the company, maybe in China, that's selling it. So they have to ask you all these triage questions, qualifying questions, before they hand you off to the person that's actually selling it. And then you ask them questions about it. They know nothing about it. Nothing about it. I learned that with motorcycles. They know nothing about the motorcycle. They know nothing about the warranties. They know nothing about the finances of it. Nothing. They're just some 20-year-old kid on their cell phone sitting in the dealership trying to get people to, and they're posting the ad on their Facebook page under Marketplace. And you will get your ass scammed on Facebook here if you are not careful. My grill got this nice big grill in this ad. It's beautiful. I get it. It's like the size of this camera case. It's small, you know? So now I'm learning. It's like you look at it, it's like, oh wow, that looks really. Then you see a person holding it. It's like, whoa, it's that small? Never mind. So it is just cray cray. Facebook Marketplace here. They will rob you. They will take your money. And if you got any problem with the product, you cannot get a hold of them. No way. No way. No way. So that's the other thing that drives me crazy here. I don't use, let's transition to more shopping, okay? Amazon, I got a couple orders from Amazon here, and one of them was like, I got scammed on it. I ordered a product that would plug into my phone, and I could plug in my microphone, plug in my earpieces, and plug in a charger all in one going into the bottom of my phone. I got it, and it was like the shape of the adapter, but there was no electronics in it. It was just like a plastic mold. That's all it was. It was a plastic mold, and I totally got ripped off. So I filed a complaint with Amazon, and because we don't have like UPS on every street corner here, if at all, you can't just take it down the corner and return it. That's what I miss about America. You don't like your Amazon product? Take it to UPS, give it to them, they give you a ticket, and you get your money credited back. Easy peasy. So that's why I don't use Amazon anymore. So for that matter, for shopping and information resources regarding shopping, being websites, warranties, the ability to take back, I give America a 10 out of 10. I give the Philippines, just to be nice, I'm going to give them a 2 out of 10. All right, you guys, we're going to take another break and come back with something else. Bye. All right. Welcome back. I choked on a peanut. I had to go get some water. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground, you guys. And I want to, lastly, the topic I want to cover is America versus the Philippines is people. Welcome back, everybody. So the last topic I want to cover in the U.S. versus the Philippines is people. And this is my favorite subject because I have found the Philippine people to be so fucking amazing. You know, I'm dropping the F-bomb a lot, but that's because it's my Patreon channel and I could say whatever I want. And since you're paying to hear this, then you can't complain and report me like on TikTok. So, the Philippine people, you guys, are so freaking amazing. Their hospitality is unsurpassed. I have never seen, not even for my own relatives did I have hospitality like I experience here in the Philippines. And I mean, it goes beyond description. People love you. They love you. They just meet you. They love you. They love on you. And it's not because they want something from you. So for you naysayers out there, it's not because they think they can get something from you. Yeah, are there people like that here? Yes, there are, and they're all over the world as well. But as a whole, as a whole, the Philippine people are just freaking amazing, you guys. And the hospitality, the level of hospitality here is just, it's beyond compare. You know, you go down, if I took you with me and I'd go down to walk over to San Rafael and to go down this little side road, service road in through the barangay in the little village, we will be stopped at least at least 2 or 3 times by somebody wanting just to say hi, somebody offering us, "Hey, are you hungry? Did you eat?" You know, that's how Philippines people show they love you. They want to know if you ate. Did you eat? You say, "Well, I'm not really hungry." Oh no, no, you come. They'll take you in their home, feed you. They will feed you. Are you kidding me? They will give you food. They will give you drinks, water, iced tea, whatever they got in their refrigerator. They will share it with you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how poor you think they are. They are going to share their last bit of food with you, and they don't even know you. Do you know anybody in America like that, other than your own relatives? Do you know anybody that will stop you? You know anybody that will stop you on the sidewalk, say, "Hey, bro, what's going on? How you doing?" "Good." "Did you eat today?" "No, I'm not really hungry." When you know you probably just can't afford to eat. You know, they'll say, "Dude, come on over to my house. Let's go have something to eat. Come on." "No, no, no, no. Come." "No, no, I'm good. I'm good." "No, no, you're not. Come." And you will go over their house and go into their home, and you will meet their family. "Hey, this is my wife, Eleni. These are my kids." You know, have some noodles. What do you want? Have some ulam with that. You know, here's some water. Want to sing some karaoke? Swear to God. Want to do some karaoke, bro? You know, want to do a shot? People out there on the streets just say hi to you. "Hey, how's it going?" You know? It is just hospitality and love here in the Philippines is something, and I'm not trying to be mean, is something that I never experienced in America. I think people in America have become so jaded as a society that they either don't want to meet new people or they're standoffish about new people. You know? I want to say that I was kind of one of them. You know, but now coming here and realizing that people aren't afraid of you, you know, because not only am I a foreigner, but I don't look like them, I don't talk like them. Ino! Kamusta ka po? and and it's wonderful. That guy Eno, you know, he's a little Filipino dude, and he manages that farm that I used to live on by Mount McKilling. He manages that whole farm, and he comes up to me and talks to me all the time. And you know, I have nothing. I have nothing in my life that he wants or he needs. So it's not like that's motivating. He just wants to be friendly, you know. And he was walking by one day, you know, and he says, "I like your new place. Thanks." You know, I said, "You come by, you know, inom tayo kape. You know, you and I will drink coffee together." I invited him to my house, and he'll come over, and we will drink coffee together. Inom tayo kape. You know, so you know, it's just the hospitality here is just. You see all the people saying hi as they're going by. These people that I've gotten to know over the past year, you know, and it's just the hospitality is just amazing. You know, when I was at my worst stage in life here, when I had a really bad time here because of something horrible that happened in life, I had a guy pick me up and take me and introduce me to his family. And it was the same thing. Hey, did you eat today? No, I got to get some money from. No, come on, you come with me. No, 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 no. You come, you come. No, no. Almost getting in an argument, you know. Then finally, yeah, you come. Go to his house. His whole family's there. He's how I met Azanet, by introducing me to his family, and we would do bingo, volleyball. Then they're all like, you know, Bruce is a pretty cool dude. And they're start, you should meet our cousin. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? No. And sure enough, through their hospitality to me, they ended up introducing me to the girl of my dreams. And I'm so thankful for that. And that is an example of the hospitality of the Philippine people. So I want to say, if I really think hard about it, I want to say I will give a 1 to 10 in the Philippines for hospitality. I will give at least a 10 out of 10. I'd like to say 15 out of 10, if that's possible. America, I want to say hospitality, welcoming strangers, making new people feel welcome to the core, the group, or whatever. I'll say about maybe a 3 to 5. Really thinking about it, 3 to 5 out of 10. So that's the way it is. But you guys, I love it here in America. And don't get me wrong, just to wrap this up, America is my home country. I'm an American citizen. I always will be. And I know that I can always go home to America if I want to, anytime I want to. Just get on a plane and go, you know. And I know I'll always be welcomed there by my friends. But here in the Philippines, I am so immersed here in the culture and with family, with people that hardly know me, that have just welcomed me and loved me, and everywhere I go. If I'm ever out in the town alone, running errands, people come to me, hey Bruce, how's it going? Good, good. Hey, did you eat? Yeah, I just ate, you know? Oh, okay, okay. Well, have a good day, you know? And salamat po. Salamat. I thank them all the time for being so sweet to me. So that's my take, you guys, on the U.S. versus the Philippines. I hope you got something out of it. If there's anything you want to know, just inbox me and I'll do a video for you. All right, you guys? Salamat po. Magandang gabi. And goodbye for now. Talk to you later. Bye.